is a solution to lift 3.2 million fellow Canadians out of poverty. And the solution's right there. As I said, what else are you working on that's more important? Well, my name is Rob Evans. My career isn't a traditional one. I graduated from university and went into business when I was 20 years old, and with $500, I've been in business for over 52 years and went into the contracting business after a summer job the summer before, and I grew that to be one of the larger firms in its trade in Ontario. Now I'm an asset manager, and I've invested in a number of multi-residential properties, and at this age and stage in my life, that's what I do for a living. I've always volunteered and tried to put back into my community, and I've had some good fortune, and I'm still drawn to seeing what I can do to help others less fortunate than I've been in my life. I was raised by a single parent. My father died when I was 8. My mother was left with 3 children, and she rented out rooms in her house to supplement. And I wasn't raised in poverty at all. All my needs were met. We knew better than to ask for a lot of wants. And I can't say I've lived in poverty, but I have been exposed to it in my volunteer efforts along the way. And I'm still touched and etched by how strong and brave and courageous and resilient people are that are living with persistent poverty or that dip in and out of poverty. And I have recently become aware that there is a solution, and it is doable, and it is affordable. And in addition to being desirable, we can lift 3.2 million Canadians out of poverty. And so I can hardly resist advocating that decision makers do something, and they do it now. What can you do about it? It came to me by digging deeper. I became aware then of the basic income network of people, and it has different iterations and different financial models and different terms: universal basic income, guaranteed basic income, guaranteed minimum income, and so on. But they are all well-intentioned efforts to highlight A, a problem, and B, a solution. Many studies that show that it not only is there a cost up front, but there's many cost recoveries. The government spent this year many times what it would cost, the net cost, to put in place a basic income. It's time for a more caring capitalism. There's an old-fashioned word called sharing. They can't use that in textbooks. It doesn't show up on a balance sheet, the word sharing. But as a society, if a financial measure, a public policy, won't affect you, why wouldn't you endorse it, support it, advocate for it, if it would lift 3.2 of your fellow Canadians out of poverty? And that positive wave of empowerment, enhancement of dignity, the benefits over the following years and decades would result in a happier, healthier society. What other stuff are you working on? Like, I know they passed legislation for everything, but it's right there in front of you, and the solution's right there. As I said, what else are you working on that's more important?